A Super Bowl champion.
The Green Bay Packers have won the Super Bowl.
The Packers' all-time leading scorer.
A game winner for Mason Crosby.
It's time for the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Nellis on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. Powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook and on the free Odyssey app.
And welcome in High Noon from Oaks Fest at Natty Oaks. Smash can burgers, autographed Taylor Swift guitars, framed Jordan Love jerseys, framed Jacob Mizorowski's photos, and more. All sorts of awesome raffles going out here. My name is Mitch Nellis, a.k.a. Thunder. Tommy Wirtz and Mason Crosby are awesome and cool, but they're not me. They're not here, but they're still okay. What up, Mace?
What's up? Are you in the beer garden today? It looks like you're outside. It looks like a lot brighter than yesterday. All right, nice.
So much better, so much happier. With all due respect, the air conditioning is a little too high for me inside. I want to be among the people. I want to be in the fresh air, and that's where we are today. We are right in the middle of the beer garden. I got the food truck to my right. I got all the games right behind me to my left. And we're just here, and we're ready for all of Oaks Fest, and we're ready. Thank goodness the Brewers only take one day off. Like, I know in football you need to take 4, 5, 6 days off to let your body recover. Not for a kicker, but for everybody else.
Yeah.
But thank goodness that baseball only takes one day off because, man, we need to get right back at it with our Brewers, right?
I'm so bored.
It is so weird, right? Like in the sun, once baseball starts, it's like when they take a day off, it's like, oh my God, it does feel like 5 days. You're just like, why have they not played? Like, what is going on right now? I check my phone, I check the app, and I'm just like, all right, there's nothing to look forward to today. So we'll just try to make something up now.
And on top of it, that Coleman Crow gets to come back up today, which I think everyone is upset, obviously, that Logan Henderson doesn't get a start, but there's something untapped there, it feels like, with Coleman Crow, who just continues to do what Logan Henderson did last year. Every time he's called upon, he answers in all the
So you're
big
excited
games.
about this.
All right.
So
Yeah.
Juiced.
Mace, he's been money so far. I mean, Coleman Crow to watch his curveball. Yeah. And so I think, again, we think about that question, and we talked about this a lot last week, about the concept of how good you are in the minors and spot starts versus are you really ready to be a major league pitcher? It looks like Logan Henderson has made that jump. We're not sure about Coleman Crow if he's ready to make that full-time jump as a major league starter, but every time he's come up as a spot starter this year, he has been absolutely fantastic, kept the team in games, dominated at times, and it's just fun to watch. So this should be another fun opportunity for him to show what he can do.
Yeah, I love that. I love that option where you can just bring guys up and you get them in those spots, and you kind of just continue to develop, through this process. And yeah, I think if we just keep getting a sample size that I can lean on, I was just a little surprised to hear Tommy already, giving him flowers, this early on, because I'm always a little hesitant, but this Brewers team just continues, though. I will say that they continue to surprise with the amount of talent, and when they decide to tap somebody to come up to the bigs, they know what they're doing. They know they're ready. They just don't seem to miss much with these opportunities that they give guys.
No, I absolutely agree. And it's fun to watch the depth of the organization. We all know what it looks like, what the major league looks like on the right side of the infield versus what the minors have coming on the left side of the infield.
Oh my gosh.
What we're seeing at shortstop and third versus everybody who's coming. But How do
you decide between Made and
Pratt,
and Pratt,
Pena and Williams? And
what are you going to do there?
Tommy, how do you decide, bro?
It's a great problem.
Cooper Pratt it's any day now. It's any day now.
We're coming.
We're getting to June 1st. Which for some reason people have put this made up deadline of June 1st. Yeah, they're like, wait till June 1st. It's like, for what? Nothing changes. Absolutely nothing changes.
Well, they get stuck on the NFL, the June 1st deadline, right? Like if you release a guy, post June 1st, So.
And you've also hit the 1/3 mark.
Sure.
That you've hit the 1/3 mark, so there's something to that.
I think it becomes this is a 2 full months of baseball benchmark barometer type thing that's gone on, where it's You kind of know what you have. People have established if they have potential, if they don't have potential. You think you have a little bit of a book out on everyone. And now the Brewers are going to have to decide whether they're going to keep. I could not believe if you told me Luis Rengifo would not have a home run come June 1st and not be missing games at all and no stints on the injured list. That's just a problem. That you can't do that. The Brewers have gotten one home run out of the left side of their infield in 2 months of baseball. Yeah. That's just unacceptable. It just can't be the way. And now Cooper Pratt, Jet Williams, both of them since April 25th, like they put up a really good month over in May. I think that one of them is going to have to be brought up at some point during this season. And it just feels like it's
Jet Williams more of a third base.
I think that if you are looking, if you're bringing up one guy to play third base, I would assume you are going to bring up Jet Williams. Yeah, I don't think you're going to bring up Cooper Pratt to put him at third base. They're going to bring him up to play him at shortstop, but Cooper Pratt is on the 40-man, so it's a lot easier to bring up Cooper Pratt than it is to bring up Jet Williams. And you wonder if Cooper Pratt was the 40-man spot, gets brought up. You almost think they can't send down Joey Ortiz then unless they're going to play David Hamilton as a third baseman for the rest of it. Look, he hasn't been good defensively at shortstop, Mitch. I totally get that. He's been pretty good at third base defensively.
He has been. Real quick, 414-677-1250 is the Nicolay Law talk and text line. 414-677-1250. As we're jumping right into Brewers talk, we'll talk a little Western Conference Finals, Game 7 coming up tomorrow night. We'll talk about the proposed salary cap, and we've got our guy from ESPN Houston coming on at 1 o'clock. That's Joe George from ESPN Houston. He's going to jump on. Luis Rengifo in 2022 hit 17 home runs for the Angels. In 2023, he hit 16 home runs for the Angels. In 2024, he played half a season and hit 6 home runs. Last year in a full season, he hit 9 home runs. There was nothing to believe that he was all of a sudden going to become powerless. It just doesn't make sense that you go from 17 to 16, and I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's say he hits 12 in 2024 if he plays a full season. 17, 16, 12, and then 9. I mean, only 9 last year, not good, but 0 this year, having played 45 games, that just doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, they call that a trend though. Like those numbers that you just, if you read those out, it's like he's been trending in the wrong direction since that first 19 home runs or 17 home runs. So
17. Yep.
Like, I don't know. It's just wild, but I just look at this depth and these guys, these prospects coming up. And it does lead me to though, like, thinking about this salary cap, like what the future of baseball looks like. When do you bring Mate? Is Mate a year out? Is he 2 years out? Like how much development do you keep, have him on? Like some of those process, obviously Churio came out and had success right away. And whenever they brought him into the bigs, but what do you think a timeline is for like a Mate? And if he's a shortstop, like you got Cooper Pratt there who you just extended out. What do you do with that just abundance of riches at one position?
Mate is the 2027 opening day shortstop.
Okay. All
right. That's what I'm going to say. I think he's going to be the youngest guy to ever play shortstop for the Milwaukee Brewers on opening day.
So where's Cooper? So where do you have Cooper Pratt?
Will he be 20? He'll be 20 then?
Yeah, right around.
Cooper Pratt has to start in 27. Cooper Pratt's in the starting lineup.
Yeah, I'm going to say, third. Let's go third base then. I think they'll move him around just because.
You think Mate's short and Pratt is third?
I think Mate's short, Pratt third. Yeah.
I think you could have that reversed.
You think Mate plays third? Mate could play second base, and they could move Bryce to shortstop full time. If they already think that they've priced out a Bryce Terang, might as well move him to a more premium position even on top of it.
Well, except that I think they want to make everything happen possible to make Pratt the shortstop, don't you?
Well, you would think with the contract, that's what that meant.
That's what I'm saying.
But I don't want Bryce going to shortstop.
No, I don't Bryce staying second.
I feel like if something gets done with this MLB collective bargaining and there is a floor at least, for a Brewers type organization and that you have to pay over that, Bryce Terang at second base, you might be able to go and get that, get him for a number. right? You might extend that out because you have to get under that above
you see the writing
floor.
on the wall.
Yeah. So like, but if he goes to shortstop, I just don't know if this organization's willing to go there at the price that he would grab.
I don't think I don't think Turang's going to shortstop. I think you're talking about Pratt or Made.
It's hard to imagine. I mean, literally the national media, like we're hearing, like Bryce Turang might be the best baseball player. He's definitely the best second baseman. So it's like it'd be hard to imagine them moving him from his like traditional position where he's dominating and just such a great player for this team and considered one of the best players in baseball. Whenever you have all these prospects coming up.
And Mason, I think you could talk about this from a football perspective as well. Don't mess with success. Like how much of a train wreck was moving Elton Jenkins last year? How much of a train wreck have we seen moving offensive linemen or linebackers for that instance? Yeah. Like we've seen guys moved where, they can play that position, but they're so much better at their original position. Don't mess with success. Like Bryce Turang's the best second baseman in baseball. He's one of the top 10 players in all of baseball. One of the top 5 hitters probably in all of baseball. Don't mess with it, right?
Question. Here's the other side of that coin.
Okay.
Do you look at, let's just say, would you look at second baseman and shortstop like corner and safety, like in a secondary? Because there have been moves where, you move somebody from a cornerback to a safety position, or, a Sam Shields that moved from wide receiver to DB, or, because Micah Hyde came in as a corner and then he went to safety and then became an all-pro safety.
So here's my response to that. You only do it if one of these guys is ready to be in the lineup, but shows he can't play shortstop at the major league level. And we saw that very early on with Ryan Braun, for instance. Ryan Braun came up as a shortstop, immediately was moved to third base because could not play, and then had to be moved from third base to left field because he couldn't play Major League Baseball infield. He was an outfielder. Yeah. He could not play the infield. I think we could end up seeing that with Made or with Pratt, that as good as they are in the minors, and I know Pratt's won a Gold Glove at single A, like that doesn't mean you can play shortstop at the major league level, and they may end up having to play second base just to get them in the lineup every day, Tommy.
Okay, I want to also address the text line. Yes, Robin Yount. Okay, I forgot Robin Yount was 18 when he came up.
Yeah, I was gonna punch you in the face.
All right. Sorry, youngest guy since Robin Yount. I knew that. I knew
Do I
that
need to walk back to the station today and
put some respect on Robin Yount's name.
Yes, I remembered, and then the text line absolutely blew up on it. Yes, Robin Yount was younger. Okay, I got it. I will take that. But
thanks for checking. Tommy,
to your point. Having that move from like corner to safety feels like it's usually been you're regressing at that position. We'd like to set you up into a position where you might do better. And I feel like that move is more traditionally a shortstop lost his step and moves to second base. More than it is. There isn't a lot of Mookie Betts that can be a starting right fielder on a World Series team that then goes to a different team and plays shortstop on a World Series team. That just doesn't happen very often.
True. I mean, so it'd be like Bryce Turang's playing like safety for the Packers, and he's like
moving to corner.
We move him to corner to help somebody else and like kind of try to cover them up at second base a little bit.
They are
the safety position.
They do just have way too many guys at that position. They just have too many guys for what the Brewers want to be able to do. And I think that with the new proposals that were put into the CBA for the Players Association and MLB, they're waiting, right? They want to see what the hell is going to happen with that because they already locked in there's no way. I refuse to believe. I have no reporting on this. This is all speculation.
Breaking news with Tommy Wirtz. Take this 100%.
But there's no way Cooper Pratt got a deal and they didn't try to give it to Made. There's no way. There's no way they didn't try to give Made a deal of whatever it is that if it is.
And they're probably talking to Turang's people every day. But Turang's like, nope, I'm good.
Yeah, he's going to make so much money.
Just $1 million a day. They're just adding they're like, all right, we'll go up another $1 million.
However, he has been struggling as of late, Turang.
What do you mean by that, Tommy?
I mean,
he's not at the plate. He's not as dominant as he was at moments.
He
early on and then last year.
He kind of had a shaky month of May. Like over his last 30 games, he's hitting 255. I mean, that's not anything crazy, right? I mean, and over his last 7 games, it's 167. Over his last 15, it's 222.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he's had an off couple weeks here.
Right. He hasn't been dominant.
10 games.
12 games. But that's a nice thing about Bryce. Is like a guy like Bryce can get hot tonight.
Yeah, I don't think you worry about it. And that's what an organization wants. Is like it's not a guy you have to worry about.
All right. So I'm going to ask this question: Is Tommy? How do you feel about him in the 3-hole? Because Yelich is clearly flourishing at leadoff, and that's looking good for him. Churio's been kind of, he looked tired over the weekend, but coming back, we'll see what happens. How do you feel about Turang batting third?
I think I would rather try Turang batting second, Chourio batting third. I think you are supposed to put your best hitter in the number 2 spot now. I know number 3. No, I think it's 2. It's the at-bats. You want to make sure he gets the at-bats. Okay. I think you should be putting your best hitter in the second spot. I think your most patient hitter should be batting leadoff, like Christian Yelich, who is a very patient hitter. I think Chourio should go down just a couple spots, like maybe into I think of last year when they had when they would do the Sal Frelick batting 5th. Like I would love to see Jackson Chourio bat 5th on this team, and a lineup that consists of, if you went Yelich leadoff, Turang second, Contreras third, Bowers or Vaughn is at 4, Chourio is at 5, and then the other Bowers or Vaughn is at 6.
I don't hate. I wonder what that would be like. They really. I mean, Murph has made it super clear that he loves Chourio at the top of that lineup.
I get it, but also last year he made it that huge point of the number 5 spot leads off an inning more than any other spot other than the leadoff spot.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. So if you don't have Chourio leading off because you have Yelich leading off, maybe Chourio going down to 5 isn't the worst decision.
He would lead off another inning during the game at some point.
414-677-1250 is the Nicolay Law Talk and Text line. 414-677-1250. Scotty Tiffany says, "Me too, Tommy. I'm really looking forward to Crow pitching. I was surprised when he was sent down. I thought he did really well last month in his one game, much better than Gasser. He did, and kind of like, but kind of like we talked about. Like there are guys who are built for minors and spot starts versus guys who are built for major league starts. And the hope is that Crow gets there. The thought in the organization clearly is that he's not quite there yet."
For sure. And as we're talking about pitchers, I got to talk about the way too early Cy Young stuff. Like, I do think, like, I want to kind of pick your brains a little bit as we're looking at this list way too early for who might be Cy Young. Like, what do you weigh, like, the biggest thing for these pitchers right now? Like, is it their ERA? Is it the strikeout percentage? Is it I think this is batting average against, which I think, like, and whenever I look at that, I feel like that's a number that I'd be like,
that's a good one.
I'd lean into pretty heavy. So I'm just looking at, like, Chris Sanchez for the Phillies. Like, he's dealing right now as well.
He didn't go for run all month.
He's been unbelievable.
He didn't go for run all month.
Like, I would put.
Miz only gave up one.
I put Sanchez and Mizorowski above Skeens right now, like, as far as how they are pitching and who I would want on the mound, as my starting pitcher, like, every 5 days.
And
I mean,
right
Skeens
now,
I'd obviously want Skeens, but like for a Cy Young conversation.
Yep. If you go to our friends at the Potawatomi Sportsbook right now, Sanchez is plus 135, Miz is plus 300.
He's right there.
Tommy's heart a little bit. Skeens is plus 450. Otani is plus 500. Sale is plus 850. I think those are your 5 guys in contention. Chris Sale's been low key unhittable as well this year.
Yeah.
Skeens pitched yesterday. I know the Cubs got to him a little bit. They also had he gave up 3 runs, 1 earned. So it's not like, and he still struck out 10. And then the Cubs piled on some runs late in that game. I mean, listen,
Miz is almost 40% strikeout rate.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
insane.
That is insanity. A 159 batting average against. I mean, like, the guy is practically unhittable himself. I mean, because that's the difference. When I look at Sanchez is almost 250 batting average against. So, like, he gives up some hits, but he's just, Yeah, he's just not giving up a ton of runs. He gets out of bad spots.
Listen, it's going to be a phenomenal battle in the National League all season long. I'd argue between those 5 guys, and the dark horse, right, Tommy? Kyle Harrison, the dark horse.
Oh, bring it.
I don't think he's going to get much consideration. But listen, if he continues with a sub-2 ERA and some of those guys get above 2, Harrison's got to be in that conversation. 414-677-1250 is the Nicolay Law Talk and Text line. We're going to talk about the proposed salary cap and the everything going on with the players union and Major League Baseball and those negotiations, whether they're going somewhere or not. This is going to get messy. I can pretty easily predict that. Oaks Fest is free to attend. There's live music. We're here till 5:00 today. Chris and Danny Crow are going to be here at 5:00 on the patio. Then Boo, the band, will be here on the grass from 7 to 10. Tiki bar, food truck, and a 50-50 raffle benefiting Brave Like Mackenzie. And guys, I knew Mackenzie Clyde, and she was an amazing, amazing kid. So if you have the opportunity to donate money and to get here for the 50-50 raffle today, to end childhood cancer, do it, because that is one of I have her t-shirts. Her mom taught at my kid's school. Just an awesome kid that we lost way too early. So, and everything Natty Oaks does always has a charitable arm to it. So again, getting that 50-50 raffle for autographed Taylor Swift guitar, framed autographed Jordan Love jersey, framed autographed Jacob Mizorowski photo, and more. He's Mason Crosby. He's Tommy Wirtz. I'm Mitch Nellis. We are the Mason Crosby Show.
Yes, sir.
I'm not saying this show is recharged now that Tommy's back in charge of the music, but there's just a little extra. The vibe is right with Tommy Wirtz in charge of the music here on the Mason Crosby Show.
Happy Friday. Happy Friday.
That's right.
It is Friday. That's right.
I'm Mitch Nellis. He's Tommy Wirtz, Mason Crosby here on the Mason Crosby Show. I'm live at Natty Oaks. It is Oaks Fest Tiki Bar. They just opened the food truck. I don't think it's ready to serve yet, but they have smash can burgers. They have a BLT smash can.
What is a smash can burger?
So apparently smash burger is copywritten. So to write it on the truck, they can't write smash burger because there's like legalese. So it's like they have a can that smashes the burgers. And
okay.
I don't know.
Sure.
Nice.
Cool. Nice. Nice.
Like trash can.
Is it like a trash can burger?
When you get a burger, do you put the works on it? What do you put on a burger?
I got a burger today. And as you guys know, I'm on a little bit of a diet, so no bun. I use turkey wraps. No, I use lettuce wraps.
Turkey wraps.
That's turkey wraps.
Turkey around. Man, I love that.
I got deli turkey.
Yeah, there it is.
That's amazing. I just went mushrooms and onions with mustard.
Ooh, interesting. Crosby?
Mushrooms, onions, and no cheese. So that sounds almost.
I can't do dairy right now.
Okay, but build your dream burger right now. I want dream burgers, Mitch Nellis. Go ahead. What's on your dream burger?
Onions and
mushrooms, cheese, and a fried egg. I'm a big fried egg guy. On my burger.
Okay.
Jeez, you must have loved Red Robin.
Yeah.
Dude, Red Robin's still great, around. Bro.
We still
have one.
You just killed off Red Robin, dude.
I didn't kill. Okay.
That's Red Lobster. Red Lobster's gone.
I feel like you're not going to Red Robin all the time. So I feel like you loved it. Like I loved it in college. I just don't go to Red Robin all the time.
Wait. When you went, which I'm guessing was some football guys, how many French fries were consumed on a trip to Red Robin?
The unlimited French fries.
Exactly.
That's a problem when you go with a bunch of offensive linemen.
Yeah.
They definitely. I think I've seen the cap at some point where they're just like, all right, come on, guys.
We're out. We're out, guys. We don't have any left.
Mason Crosby, what's on your dream burger?
Dream burger. I'm pretty like traditional. Like I love like a big green like leafy iceberg type lettuce.
No,
I do not like tomatoes. Some really good like crispy pickles, onions, pickles. Mustard, ketchup, and then I love like a
fried or raw. Hold on, fried or raw.
I like the crisp.
Raw, okay, I like fried.
I like a crisp. To kind of offset the bun and I need. So I used to love like Fuddruckers burgers. I don't know if you remember.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
I like actually. Let's go away from the iceberg. I like a shredded lettuce. Give me a shredded lettuce all day.
Okay, yeah.
You can throw a little bacon on there, on occasion. That's just an occasion. But
nice.
Tommy, what do you got?
Mustard, ketchup, and a burger or like a fry sauce, a special mixed sauce.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a
Chick-fil-A sauce.
I'm a Colby Jack cheese. Colby Jack is always the best.
You like some Colby Jack
on the burger.
Cheddar.
I'm going caramelized onions. I'm getting the lettuce. I'm probably gonna pass on tomato as well. But a pickle, like one pickle. I don't want four. I don't want 4 pickles on my burger.
They got to be spaced. I think 3 is good. Like you kind of get a little.
Give me 1 pickle and then probably ketchup.
You know what I get on a Sonic burger every time I go to Sonic? I always put jalapenos on there.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No mayo, add mustard,
I want pickled
and jalapenos.
I want pickled jalapenos.
I
want jalapenos pickled. Yeah.
If you're getting jalapenos, it's like I need onion straws and barbecue sauce on it. You know what I mean?
Now throw some avocado on there too to kind of like take out some of the offset.
So if you're gonna go that's great. I also love a mushroom Swiss, but I also love a barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
You guys are going like bacon and cheddar. I'll go a barbecue sauce.
Dude, I'm hungry right now. I'm hungry.
We're being mean to everybody out there. Well, everybody get to Natty Oaks because I had a smash can burger earlier today. It was delicious. They've got great smash can burgers. I didn't see what the Friday specials are. Thursdays it's wings, so I went wings yesterday. Today I just wanted a burger. I know Josh gets this big old bowl of chili. That's his thing. Every Friday he comes there. It looked amazing, by the way.
Did it?
Like when I'm back on beans, I'm hitting that 414-677-1250. Why is that funny?
I don't know. When I'm back on beans, I'm hitting that.
And I was thinking about you being
They're
from
not-
Beantown, from
Dude.
Boston. I'm back on beans once I'm back.
That's right. I'm doing this Milwaukee weight loss thing,
Yeah.
and
I
I'm
love
not
it,
eating
man.
beans
You
right
stay
now.
strong.
Burger talk
That's
on
right.
the text line going off too.
Oh, I'm
Brioche.
sure.
Yeah,
I'm
brioche.
sure. Dude, if we talk food, we would get 262. Get barbecue sauce on your burger; it'll change your life. Get that catsup out of here. I
See,
totally
someone
agree
said
with that.
mayo. Like, I don't like just straight mayo. I'll do a Chipotle mayo. Or
Like
I
a
love
garlic aioli.
I love aioli. Yeah,
Yeah.
like what's the difference between just like a Chipotle mayo and like a Chipotle aioli? Like, is there a little extra little spice in there, like a little paprika maybe? I don't know.
Aioli and
we
mayo.
need Emerald to come on the show and teach us. Bam.
Yeah, I'm a burger. I love that's probably something that I can't like.
Many
pass
restaurants
up.
use
I love
aioli
burgers.
as fancy term for garlic mayo.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they
So
put
that's what
garlic
it
in
is.
Yeah.
Aioli,
That's what
yeah.
garlic aioli is. It's
Yeah.
basically garlic mayo. I totally agree with that.
All right,
414-677-1250. Keep those burger suggestions and those condiment suggestions. I love condiments except for ketchup. Ketchup's the one, like, I'm an anti-ketchup.
And ranch.
I'm not anti-ranch. I personally don't like ranch. I'm actually anti-ketchup.
Tots or fries?
Ooh, I'll usually go tots.
What?
If that's an option, tots. I feel like if tots are an option, you know what they have at a place? It's called Burger Republic around, like down the street here.
No,
they have like Nashville hot tots. And those are bomb. And then like you get those with like either blue cheese or like they're kind of like their homemade ranch. Oh,
if the radio world offered a new cafeteria CBA for us and offered me tots instead of French fries, I am sending back a different proposal. I am not accepting that. No, I am not accepting that.
I would have pegged you as a tot.
No, I am not.
I would have too.
Manfred offers me tots. I say no. That's for sure.
No. All right. So, Tommy, I know you've been watching this story real closely. As we look at Major League Baseball has thrown out its first proposal. This is like light years away from what will eventually get agreed to. If anything ever gets agreed to.
They vehemently didn't they vehemently?
Yes.
Did you put that?
Vehemently
disagree with this
Association has the Players Association has always vehemently opposed any type of salary cap. The Major League Baseball has thrown out 171 or 172 as the floor, 245 as the cap. I mean, the Dodgers and Mets would have to stop doing business right now. They can't get under 245 for the next decade. What are we doing here? Like,
that's a weird one. That's a weird one when you have 8 teams over that number already. It's like, who's going to agree to that? Like, go 350
we'll just cut Ohtani to get under the cap. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Like, are you like, would they be able to just restructure and like push that number out another 5 years or something?
Well,
is that kind of
Tommy, break it down.
The thought, first of all, I believe this, if there is a salary cap, a lot of
look
these
at this.
contracts.
Nolan just brought me like,
what is that
from Epic Sandwich? I don't know. Nolan, look. Oh, I don't know. Nolan, you want come in here, Nolan? Look, he's wearing an apron. Look at this guy.
Wow, Chef Crosby.
Nolan, what did you make me? We were just talking food. Tell the people. Get in here.
The chopped cheese from 51st Deli.
Chopped cheese from First Deli.
Okay, so
wow,
you just looked something up and made it.
That looks amazing.
Oh, you bought this?
No. I had it at 51st.
Oh, so then you came up with
Nolan's the new Mr. Mom, Tommy. What? Get rid of Mason. Molly doesn't need Mason anymore. Nolan is stepping up.
I'm still I'm wondering, did he go buy that and then just put an apron on and delivered it to you? Or
I know it looks amazing. I guess he had it the other day at the 51st Deli here in town, and so he just looked up the recipe. And we're doing this thing this summer where it's like each kid has their day. We all have a day of the week where we decide breakfast and lunch.
Oh, okay.
So he went with breakfast tacos this morning and this awesome sandwich from 51st Deli. I'm pumped for it.
I would have thought Mason's butler would have cooked for him, but he's got his children doing that for him instead.
Why have a butler when you have 5 kids, bro? I mean,
that's true. That's a great point.
So right now, that 245, the number that was proposed was 245.3 million as a hard cap. That is currently in 2026. There would be 6 teams above that number. It would be the Atlanta Braves, the Philadelphia Phillies, the Toronto Blue Jays, the New York Yankees, the Los Angeles Dodgers, and the New York Mets right now.
And I think the Red Sox are like right there. Right?
The Red Sox are 12th at 195 million.
Really? Okay.
This could be like next year. I bet you there's numbers that go up. There's numbers that go down from this based on contracts kicking in, whatnot. But the team that's the closest to the top without going over is actually at number 7, the Houston Astros at $240 million right now.
Got it.
That floor that you proposed, 171.2 million. How many teams are not at that number here?
There's like 12.
Miami at 78 million is the lowest.
78 million.
Yes, the lowest.
What?
Did you see their sale, by the way, too? They just sold 15% of their team to local families in Miami, is what it's called. They're just like giving away their franchise, and it's a valuation now of the team at $1.5 billion.
Come on. You got to spend more than $78 million.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Cleveland is at 80. Chicago at 90, Washington at Athletics, the Cardinals all under $100 million as well. Those are the bottom 6 teams there. Getting over to the team that gets the what does I say? 171, right? So 15 teams
15
are under that 171 million mark. That's what the Angels are the first team that are the lowest. They're at $172 million right now.
And Mason, for the record, the CBA expires November 30th. So they need a new deal by December 1st. There's no way.
What do you think? Do you think I think a floor is actually a really good call for the MLB. I think they should set a floor.
Yeah. I think 120. I mean, you can't be spending 78. You think 150?
I think they could maybe agree on that. But then I don't know. It's just they haven't had a cap for so long. It's hard to imagine. But I do think sharing, because I saw in their proposal it was sharing local revenue across the major leagues, like across all teams.
Yep.
And then the players would split 50-50 of the revenue. So they obviously have some numbers to back up why they've proposed this floor and this salary cap. But I mean, I feel like that 240 number seems ridiculous. You got to go to 350 maybe. I think if you went 300 to 350 and then you said a 150 floor, I think you're closer to a deal. And I would want to ask this from a Brewers perspective, as we're fans of the Brewers organization who are usually down in that bottom tier of spending on players. Do you feel good as a Brewers fan thinking all right, they have to spend to a certain amount? And does that excite you to think about the types of players or the players that they would go and get, or who they would pay to be on this team? Or does anyone really care about that? It's Brewers win and they don't have to spend.
No, I think people care because I think people see, then we can pay Contreras. Then we can pay
It gives you some confidence on that. Yeah.
Or instead of Rengifo being our big free agent signing at third base, maybe we can go spend on somebody who can hit 40 home runs. And all of a sudden, this team really is a World Series contender because all they're missing is pop.
Yeah.
They've got everything else. They've got speed. They've got pitching. They've got starting pitching. They've got relief pitching. They've got fielding. They've got everything you need. They have no pop. And if they had to spend 170 instead of 120, all of a sudden you can spend that money on somebody. They could have signed Murakami during the offseason and get a rookie who has 40. They could have been in that bidding. But who knows what that bidding would go to if this. I just think we are so at the infancy of this conversation that I think there's so much more to come out. There's going to be so much more acrimonious negotiation. Oh. This is going to get UGLY. You ain't got no alibi. This is going to get ugly.
Yeah, I think they're closer to a floor than they are to that salary cap.
I agree with that.
I think they'd be obviously players and stuff sure, give us a floor. That's going to pay us all more, but they don't want a cap on that. And I feel like a $70 million difference that's kind of ridiculous. I mean, it's got to be much
bigger.
It's got to be a bigger gap.
So
it's got to be 150.
If you guys proposed it to be that 150 mark, that would only help out 2 teams currently.
I'm not trying to help anybody out, Tom.
I'm just saying the number.
I'm trying to get the economics of the sport in order.
It would be Baltimore is at 1. The first team out then to get to 150 would be Kansas City, right? So Kansas City spends 146 million. That number of 300 million is actually pretty much what the Dodgers are spending on payroll this year. Okay. The Dodgers are paying 300,500,000 in payroll. Okay. The Mets are the only team above them who are still spending $34 million more on their payroll.
So there you go. I think you said it, and you just say like nobody can spend more than the
Dodgers. That sounds awful when you say that out loud.
Well, you can't say it like that.
At least there's a cap because they're going to go over that. Right? Like the next guy, whoever's up next, I mean, they will be in that 320 to 330 range here in the next couple of years.
Darren brings up a good point on the YouTube channel. Remember, you can watch us on YouTube, on X, on Facebook, and on Instagram, Wisconsin Sports Radio Network, and on Facebook at 1250 AM The Fan. With the floor and cap, there would need to be a phasing in process over a 5-year period because of the disparity in team payroll currently. I have to assume that Major League Baseball understands that and is working on that because absolutely with the guaranteed contracts,
you got to be under this tomorrow.
Right? No, it would It would have to be phased in because guys who have current contracts, they're not going to renegotiate. They're not going to say no. They signed that contract. And that's what they want.
But I also am confused now on these deferred deals. Like, what's going to play into the deferred deals? Because remember, Ohtani's contract is 10 years of $68 million a year getting paid by the Dodgers. Like, now do they just take a dead cap number of $70 million every year? That feels – now, I really don't care if the Dodgers feel it's unfair, but just from a actual breakdown standpoint.
Would you just have to renegotiate and say, hey, we're adding 5 more years and giving you, so it breaks, maybe cuts it down a little bit and say, like, we'll just keep paying you for eternity.
But Ohtani didn't agree to that contract. Like, then it's breaching his contract too, which that feels wrong, whatever it is. I mean, he did agree to a contract that is this. So how do you how do you break that without just saying, all right, we'll pay you everything right now. We'll pay you $680 million, leave. Bye. You're done. Something along those lines.
That's why this is all going to get messy.
Nikolai Law.
414-677-1250. Hit it, Tommy.
We got Tommy in Bayview. I don't know if he wants to talk burgers or if he wants to talk baseball. What's up, Tommy?
Or both. Yeah. Tommy, what do you got for us?
All of the above.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
You have to try a blue cheese and bacon burger with secret stadium sauce on it.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
Let's go. Say less.
That is fantastic. On a nice Italian hard roll. Just delicious.
Wonderful. Okay. All right, what do you got for us, Tommy?
As far as baseball goes, man, they don't deal with each other well. So this could be a long stalemate, and they don't. The people who are going to suffer the most are the old retired players who aren't going to get their pensions, who didn't get a chance to make all this big money. So I can't stand ownership for that. The players, nobody really should be making $68 million a year. I mean, that's just crazy. But it is what it is. We're the ones who suffer. These guys make the money and the owners make the money, and we're just stuck dealing with it.
Tommy, thanks for the call. You're not wrong. I mean, that's why this is going to be a mess, right? Because of all the money that's out there, of no salary cap, the players want more money. It's just it's going to get messy. We're going to keep our eye on it as this process goes on. I'm Mitch Nellis. He's Tommy Wirtz. He's Mason Crosby. I'm at Oaks Fest at Natty Oaks, the corner of Greenfield, West Dallas, and New Berlin in West Dallas, Wisconsin. We're basically on that corner. Like, we're right here. I can see all the hamlets. This is the Mason Crosby Show. Nice. I said hamlets. It's very vital to rock and roll. That's right, on time. Here we go. This is the Mason Crosby Show. Why are we laughing, Tommy? Like, just because I'm so awesome? It's okay to laugh because I'm so awesome.
I am
all right.
Be
in a great mood. Mason, you in a great mood?
I am now. I just ate like half of that sandwich.
Did you crush?
Dude, like he crushed it. That might have been one of the best sandwiches I've ever had.
Do you think
it was like ground beef, but it wasn't like it was almost like a smash patty, but it was like falling apart. Like it was unbelievable.
Smash can patty. Can't say
smash can patty.
So if he's not going to be a professional athlete, I think Burger Chef is in his future. Wow,
for sure. That's awesome. Man, that was good.
We're going to have fun on the 1 o'clock hour. Joe George from ESPN Houston is going to join us. We're going to talk some Astros. We're going to talk about the Houston Texans. We're going to talk about the Houston Rockets. Spot for Giannis? Nobody knows. He's Mason Crosby. He's Tommy Wirtz. I'm Mitch Nellis, a.k.a. Thunder. We are the Mason Crosby Show, and I'm at Natty Oaks, y'all. Let's go.
Time for your fan weather report, brought to you by Integrity Exteriors. 75 degrees on a Friday here in beautiful Hales Corners. Get outside, head on down to Oaks Fest, a low of 52 tonight.
A Super Bowl champion.
The Green Bay Packers have won the Super Bowl.
The Packers' all-time leading scorer.
A game winner for Mason Crosby.
It's time for the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Nellis on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook and on the free Odyssey app.
High noon in the Mountain Time Zone. My name is Mitch Nellis, a.k.a. Thunder. This is the Mason Crosby Show. Mason, you got any good Mountain Time Zones today?
I mean, I just assumed you were going to say Provo, Utah.
Provo, Utah.
That's our go-to. We're
noon.
Trying to get some fans in Provo, Utah.
High noon in Helena. That should be a
Helena,
country song.
Well,
right
Helena's
there.
a good one.
Yeah.
It should be.
Yeah.
Provo, Utah, man, when Fletch went to Provo, those scenes are just like golden.
Has Tommy
Chevy
seen
Chase
Fletch
was
yet?
so
Has he
funny.
seen it?
No.
No.
I did start shrinking yesterday.
Nice. What do you think?
Oh, nice.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I think we got through 3 or 4 episodes of it yesterday.
The lack of a filter that every character has in Shrinking is probably what makes it so wonderful.
It's just like, I do get a little tired of just the F-bombs and cussing all the time. I'm just sometimes I'm like, just be a little more creative. We don't need to throw that in.
Oh, I'm sure that a football locker room never uses that type of language at
Well,
all.
I just feel
Tommy,
like
that's not the point. You're missing the point, bro.
I just think whenever you're like making a show and that's like how you fill a space, like you're just going for shock and awe and lack of creativity.
Mason's working with writers, not Neanderthals. Like the football locker room is just Neanderthals. Of course it's going to be like that.
Oh, man,
but Hollywood writers should be held to a higher accountability.
I just think it's kind of gotten a little lazy. But 414 on the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line. High noon in Regina. We're back. Buddy.
We're back. Yes, it is.
Thanks for listening yesterday. Oh, that was great. I love it.
Oh, man.
I can't. This is the Mason Crosby Show. Mitch Nellis, Tommy Wirtz with you. And join us now on the guest hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One call, that's all. Friend of show, Joe George from ESPN Houston. Joe, how you doing, man?
Doing good, guys. How you doing?
We're doing great.
Yeah, we're
a little slap happy. It's Friday. It's beautiful outside. We're ready for a great weekend. And our baseball team's in first place. You're used to having a baseball team in first place, but not so much this year. What's going on with your Stros?
Yeah, it's been a weird year. A lot of injuries. Right now they're missing Josh Hader, Hunter Brown, Jose Altuve. So that's 3-year core guys. They've missed Jeremy Pena for most of the season. He got hurt during the World Baseball Classic and then again during the season. So it's just been bad. And the pitching was atrocious, but they're 7-3 in their last 10 games. They're playing a lot better baseball. The pitching's been significantly better in May, but yeah, it's been a weird year. Last year watching the Astros not make the playoffs after getting knocked out in 2 games the year before that, to another year where it feels like, the Astros might be at home again after going to the ALCS for 6 straight years. It's definitely still weird watching them be this bad right now.
Yeah, you did get to play the Cubs. You did get to play the Cubs, so that helped.
They did, yeah. And I'll be honest, guys. That's a Chicago skyline. That's a Chicago skyline behind me. I'm from Chicago.
If I remember Joe, he is a Cubs fan.
I am. Yeah, I moved to Houston 11 years ago, so I am a Cubs fan. So at heart, but I've been covering the Astros for 11 years now. But yeah, they whipped up on the Cubs pretty good the other day. Yeah,
it seems like the Cubs are not in a good spot right now. They're not in a good spot.
No, they're not.
it doesn't look like improvement, but who knows? They might get that thing back in order. You brought up the WBC, and I want to ask about that because have you been a fan of it? Is it just one of those where you just cross your fingers and hope that some of your team's players don't get hurt? It's like I enjoy it as long as my guys stay healthy. Is that kind of – it almost seems like that's the consensus now across all baseball fandom is I enjoy it as long as our guys come out of it unscathed.
Yeah, and look, the Astros, the last two, Jose Altuve in the previous one, he got hit and broke his thumb, I believe it was, and missed like the first 2 months of the season. And this one was weird. Pena was it was during a scrimmage game and a ball just bounced up off the dirt and it broke his finger, I think it was. But yeah, I'm very much there where it's awesome. You know, like we were lucky enough, people here in Houston, that there was games here. So I got to watch Team USA 3 different times, which was
that's cool.
It was an incredible experience, like going to a World Baseball Classic. But yeah, you're holding your breath the whole time. The fact that the Astros only had a small handful of players this year was definitely beneficial. I get why baseball wants to do more of it, but it definitely feels nervous. And I think we all can see like pretty much everyone that played in it this year, especially the pitchers, have been pretty bad to start the season at some capacity or have gotten hurt. You know, even like Schoolboy has gotten hurt, obviously. So I love it, but at the same time, you're right. Like it's a huge risk for the team that actually matters, which is the one that we all want to see win a World Series.
So yeah, as we talk about this series coming up against the Brewers there in Houston, you got like the Brewers starting pitchers. We got a couple guys kind of figuring it out here for these first 2 games, and then you get to see the Miz down there in Game 3. What do you know from just kind of following throughout this year? Obviously, the Brewers pitching has been exceptional, especially in those starting spots, the top 2 guys. What are you looking forward to in this series, against the Brewers there for the Astros?
I mean, Sunday it's appointment television. Miz versus Yordan Alvarez
that's right.
Can't miss TV. Like Yordan's got a bunch of like 5 home runs over the last 4 games. He hit back-to-back days.
Yeah, he's up to 20, right?
Yeah, he's 3rd in MVP odds right now. He's a monster. I think he's the best hitter in baseball. Like pure hitter, not the best player, but the best pure hitter in baseball. So that'll
be fun to see if he can hit. Yeah, if he can hit the Miz.
Yeah, him versus Miz on Sunday is going to be appointment television. Like no matter honestly how the rest of the game goes, like that's going to be elite level baseball. So that's going to be a lot of fun. The pitching matchup for the Astros it's weird. Like Kaiwei Tank's pitching tonight. The Astros traded for him. I'm curious to see how he'll handle a Brewers lineup that's obviously pretty good in itself. But the Astros lineup there's a lot of guys who. Like they're minor leaguers, just to be honest. Like there's some elite talent in there, like Yordan Alvarez and Christian Walker. But how they're going to handle the Brewers pitching staff, I think it's going to be a challenging series for the Astros to, if they're going to win this series, they got to get these guys out early. And the Brewers bullpen's still good as well.
For sure. Yeah. Like as I kind of look at this, obviously Astros struggling a little. I grew up in Texas, so I grew up just north of Austin in Georgetown. And I was a huge Nolan Ryan fan, so I kind of followed him, in his journey a little bit. Rooted for the Astros at times. Do you think any of that cloud still hangs over this Astros organization? For the controversy and all the things that were happening whenever y'all were kind of dominating there. 3 or 4 years ago?
It definitely does. I don't think it should, specifically at this very moment with Altuve and Lance McCullers being hurt and Carlos Correa. There's not an active player that the Brewers will see this weekend that was on the 2017 and 18 roster that was using the trash cans. It's definitely still like warranted. I think I'm a little over it at this point. Like I think enough time has passed, but like we don't still boo the Giants because Barry Bonds used steroids. Brewers fans aren't booing Cubs fans booing the Cubs because Sammy Sosa used steroids. Like they're booing because they don't like him, but not because Sosa used steroids. Like I kind of feel like it should be over at this point. But you go to a place like Milwaukee where you don't play very often, you're probably going to hear it. So it still hangs over and people still bring it up all the time.
Nice. Did you have something, Mitch? Sorry. Were you raising your hand or were you
I was waving. I was waving to people.
Mitch is on location, so he's like in the middle of some beer garden.
I'm a squirrel right now. I'm like,
I don't know what he's doing over there. No, but okay. So I do want to pivot a little bit to the football side of things and talk about Houston Texans and kind of what y'all are expecting. I mean, y'all paid some guys, looking to kind of grow this thing. I want to talk about
scary defense.
Yeah, the defense last year was just elite. But where do you see CJ Stroud heading in this direction? In this season, I saw they had some videos and some pictures. Like he's looking like he's working really hard, kind of getting to that next phase in his professional career. Kind of what are the hopes there in Houston for this Texans team?
It's kind of weird, to be honest, where I think everyone's expectations this year would say, play in your first ever AFC Championship game. But you got a quarterback who looked absolutely dreadful in the playoffs last year with so many turnovers. It was pitiful. And, Nick Caserio.
It was a weird game.
Yeah, Nick Caserio, he overpays everybody. I mean, he just paid Nico Collins, honestly, for no reason. He just gave him a new contract. Like, he didn't have to. He just did. He made Will Anderson a $50 million player. He made Azeez Al-Shire the third highest paid linebacker in the NFL. Jalen Petrie is the highest paid nickel corner in the NFL, maybe besides Kyler Gordon. And then there's CJ Stroud, who is up for a contract just like Will Anderson was, and they won't give it to him. So I think that's a pretty clear indictment of what the organization views of him, because Caserio pays people quickly and overpays a lot of times. He did it with Stingley as well. So I think the fan expectation this year is AFC Championship game, but not a lot of people at this point really believe in CJ. There's a lot of people who, they want Davis Mills to play, which is the wrong decision too. But
what?
They're just fans that don't want CJ out there. But yeah, I think the expectations are high. January 4th is going to be incredible. That's like one of the first games I saw on the schedule is like, oh, Monday Night Football at Lambeau Field, Texans Packers. Like, hell yeah, that's going to be an awesome game.
That's going to be a good one. Did the Texans, kick the tires at all at trying to sign Malik Willis? That's a hot topic up here in Green Bay. Tommy's shaking his head.
He's our favorite quarterback.
I know he is. I think they're going to roll with CJ this year. And if he does not live up to his rookie year standard, which it's just been worse every year the last 2 years. We did get some hints from D'Amico Ryans that CJ was dealing with the legitimate injury in the offseason last year. So, maybe there's some factor of new OC who's never called plays before, quarterback who's got a bad shoulder, and that slowed the season down. No, I don't think they kicked any tires on quarterbacks this year. I think next offseason, though, I think it's very much in play with what they've done with paying all these guys. If this season does not go well, whether that's dip it into the Baker Mayfield pool, he's a free agent, or looking for a veteran option to even compete with CJ. I think it's on the table in the future, but this offseason, they seemed pretty committed to CJ.
We got Joe George joining the Mason Crosby show. He's down there at ESPN Houston. We're talking all things, Astros, Texans. We're going to get to the Rockets. I know Mitch has some questions on.
Yeah. On Giannis going to Houston,
Giannis,
of course. Before we get there, how do Houston fans feel about the Texans? Do people believe in this team? Because to me, looking from a national perspective, I think people think the defense was elite, but that it's not there's just something missing with the Texans sometimes. And maybe it is just quarterback play. But how do Houstonians view this team?
They believe in everything but the quarterback right now. You have a beloved franchise player as your head coach who comes in maybe in the worst stretch of Houston Texans history. There's been some bad stretches through their history, but you got a pastor literally who's your GM at one point in Jack Easterby running this organization after they fired Bill O'Brien. He ran that thing into the ground as fast as he possibly could. But D'Amico comes in, CJ, Will Anderson, all in the same year. They've got division wins, back-to-back years, playoff wins. The people are they believe in D'Amico. They believe in the defense, that the defense can be the best in the NFL again this season. There's a huge lack of belief in CJ Stroud right now. That it's just been so poor since his first year. Everyone in Houston was like, this guy's a top 5 quarterback in the NFL after he was a rookie. And now people are talking about replacing him next offseason. So it's totally flipped with CJ.
How quick it goes. I do want to, from your perspective, from the outside looking in at Packers Nation, and I joked about Malik Willis because we read some articles where, it was talking about the NFC North, and it's like, well, the Packers lost their backup quarterback, so not sure how it's like their quarterback is Jordan Love. Like, he's the guy, and he's had 3, solid years. He's had some injury issues and not been available the whole time. But from the outside looking in, if you look at the Packers, you look at Jordan Love, like what do you feel like, and where would you rank Jordan Love as far as quarterbacks in this NFL landscape? Is he a top 10, top 5, top 8 guy? Like, where would you look at Jordan Love?
Top 16?
Yeah, like he's definitely in the top 16. I would put him in there. Like I view Jordan as kind of like he's in that like clump of quarterbacks, probably between like 9 and 13. Like your Jared Goffs, your Baker Mayfields, like just the guys that like are everyone's kind of got mixed opinions on, because that's how I like Jordan Love when he's out there. Like I think he's a good quarterback. I view him as a guy like, I know it's not Rodgers and Favre, but still a very competent quarterback in what he does for the Packers. So I think, like, from my perspective, I look at him as a guy that, can take the Packers far. If he can stay healthy. I think we all know, like, that's kind of the question at this point, it feels like, is can he stay healthy enough? And, are you going to have your running back this season?
Would you rather have Jordan Love or Justin Herbert?
That's a good question. I feel like I'm being set up here for something.
No. Just
maybe a little bit.
Well, last year, yeah, Tommy and I always have a back and forth about like Justin Herbert as a quarterback, and who was the other guy? Was it Justin versus who did we always kind of go back?
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, he says like, Justin Herbert is just like
if Trevor Lawrence was in LA and if Justin Herbert was in Jacksonville, their careers are the same.
I think here's what I do with Justin Herbert. I like him as a regular season quarterback. He's terrible in the playoffs. Like that Jags game a couple of years ago when they played the Texans last year, he wasn't very good in the playoffs. So like, I think that's tough. I probably lean Jordan Love, but like it's a slight lean for me over Herbert. And it's really just the playoff disasters that Herbert's had for me.
Yeah. I think it's I think the Jordan Love and like the Herberts and those guys, like I think Herbert sometimes has like that aura around him where it's like you could see him going elite, like a little bit more at times. Like Jordan, I think in the Packer fandom and like maybe national media, it's like waiting for Jordan to just kind of become that Aaron Rodgers or the Brett Favre, where it's like you just kind of felt something different there. Every time they were on the field, it was like they had total command. It was like we were going to live and die with how they played and like what they did. And Jordan Love's close, but I just don't think he's crossed over into that space yet.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like, I think he is very like solid in what he does, and I don't feel like versus Herbert, where Herbert there's these really big ups and it feels like these really big downs. Where Love, I feel like is kind of status quo all the time of what he is, which I think is undervalued in the NFL. Like I think Texans fans would appreciate if CJ Stroud could do some of that of just leveling out the play.
Steady.
Yeah, just be more steady. And yeah, I do agree. Like I don't know if I see like I don't know if I ever watched Jordan Love play and I'm like, that looks like a guy who can be a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. But can he be a winning quarterback? I think the answer to that's yes, but not sure he's like those elite traits that I think everyone's looking for in a QB.
Did you feel that way about Sam Darnold? And then he just won a Super Bowl this last year?
It's a good question. Sam Darnold, I thought he was trash, frankly. Right. But it's coaching, right? Like, and I'm
got in the right system. Yeah.
Fascinated by Sam Darnold this year, like how it looks post Kubiak. Like this is, the Seahawks had to fire their OC before Kubiak. Now they bring in a new one. Like, just like, how does that look for him? But no, I never felt anywhere as good about Sam Darnold as I've felt about Jordan Love in the past.
I look at Sam Darnold, Jared Goff, like they're in my mind in like the same type of category where they got in the right place, the right systems. They have the right, type of offense that they are good prototypical quarterbacks. And whenever they are in the right space, they can go out and excel. I mean, you put someone with the Jets, like what are we, like it's going to be a bad situation. I mean, Jared Goff, he played great football with McVay, and then he got in a good situation with Ben Johnson. Like those guys, they run offenses well whenever they're in the right situation. Listen to Sam Darnold talk after the Super Bowl. I'm like, kind of felt like a doormat. I'm like, I don't know. Like, this guy just kind of does what he's told, and like goes out and, plays the game the way the offensive coordinator instructs him to, which he did at a high level this past year. So no, that's interesting. I know Mitch wants to get to some Rockets and potential Giannis talk. So I don't want to miss out on that.
Well, I mean, obviously a disappointing playoff run for the Rockets, losing to the Lakers. Durant was hurt for most of the games. No one else really was able to step up, which I think surprised me and surprised a lot of the NBA. Where are you with the Rockets right now? And are they a team that is going to inquire about Giannis this offseason?
I think they're going to call. I don't know if they're going to be willing to give up the assets that Milwaukee would want in return, because I think it depends on what Milwaukee thinks of the guys who, like you mentioned, struggle in the playoffs. Like, I think during the season, you could easily talk yourself into Alperen Şengün is enough with 1 or 2 picks to maybe sway an organization because he could be a centerpiece. Well, as the season went on, like, it felt like he just played worse and worse and worse. And, I'm not sure he's that centerpiece anymore. I would never trade Amen Thompson. I know the shooting hasn't been there, but he's such an elite level defender and attacker of the rim. But I definitely think they will be involved. I don't think the Rockets will be willing to part with the Brooklyn first that they have next year, which I'm sure is what Milwaukee's going to want.
Yep.
But they have the Phoenix first next year. They have all their own picks after that. They've got a Dallas pick in 2030, I think it is. Like, they have the assets and the players. So I think they'll call, but they seem they're at least saying they're pretty committed to this young core and watching them develop and not trying to go all in. Like, I'm not sure I take Rafael Stone for his word when he says that. Like, I think the Kevin Durant trade's a little bit of an outlier where they were done with Jalen Green and that experience, and they only had to trade him and Dylan Brooks in a first to get KD. Like, this is an organizational big time change. So I think they'll call, but I'm not sure that they'll want to match what Milwaukee's going to ask for.
So with all that said, how do you react to this kind of sea change and temperature change going on in the NBA right now, where a lot of people are saying that a West team has to make a move for Giannis to counteract Wemby, that when healthy, he may be the only guy who's big enough, strong enough, and quick enough to really have an effect on Wemby in a long series. We're seeing, Wemby has 3 dominant games and the Spurs win those 3 games against the Thunder. They do a decent job against him defensively, and the Thunder win those 3 games. Is there any way that Houston gets caught up in the, we're a Texas team, they're a Texas team, we need to get Giannis just to counteract the Wemby effect that's going to take over this league in the next decade?
I think it's definitely possible, because I think it's a great point of, like, how do you match up with a guy who looks like an alien? It doesn't make any sense. Like, he is literally everything growing up as a kid, like you would create in NBA Live or NBA 2K. You create a character and, like, you create a 7'3" guy who can shoot and dribble. It's absurd what he can do. Giannis does feel like someone that would give you your best chance to match up with them. And I could see the Rockets saying, like, this is their best opportunity. I also could see an organization just being like, hey, we might not win a title till 2030 until the Thunder and the Spurs are broken up. So why, give up your lottery assets into the future to try to trade for someone? But yeah, I could see the Rockets doing it. Like, Tillman Fertitta, when he bought the team, was, like, very honest about going through a rebuild and what the timeline looked like for him. This is his first real test as an owner of, my team has come up significantly short from what the goals of the organization are. How do you respond? And we've seen some owners go out there and they're like, yeah, we're getting Giannis. And some say, no, we'll stay the course and, just kind of play this thing out and hope for development with, guys like Amen Thompson and Alperen Şengün. But I could see the Rockets talking themselves into Giannis is the only way to take down the Thunder and the Spurs for sure.
Man, I find that I just want to ask one more follow-up on the Giannis stuff. Like, do you think somebody's going to step up and offer the Bucks enough for them to feel confident about moving on from a, once in a lifetime potential player like Giannis, right? Like, anytime we start talking about this, I'm just like, gosh, like, what is it going to take to get the Bucks to move off of a generational player like Giannis?
I think someone will. I think between, Miami, Golden State, Houston, the Knicks potentially even, like someone's going to have enough assets to where they can feel good about it. I would guess you guys have talked about the picks that Portland has of Milwaukee's quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like, I think in a perfect world, like I wouldn't want Alperen Sengun if I was the Bucks, because he's going to help you be too good to like fully tank, even in this new weird tanking rule system. Like, that's what I'd be trying to do. I'd be trying to call Portland and say, hey, do you want Alperen Sengun and Jabari Smith Jr. and the Rockets get Giannis and the Bucks get the picks? Like, is there some 3-team trade to work out there? But I think someone steps up, and I would be shocked if Giannis is in Milwaukee next year. It feels like someone's going to find a way to pry him away.
Very nice.
Nice. All right. Joe George, ESPN Houston. Thank you so much for jumping on today. It was great talking Astros, Texans, Rockets, Jordan Love, and we'll definitely talk to you down the road. I know we'll talk to you at least when the Packers and Texans face each other, but very possibly before then, based on everything going on in the world of sports. So thanks so much for jumping on, and have a great weekend, man.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Really enjoyed it.
All right. Later.
Absolutely. Tommy, can we trade Giannis for Alvarez? For Jordan?
We'll package in Joe George and Jordan Alvarez.
And are you
Giannis.
sending me back to Houston? Is that what you're doing for Joe George? You just traded me for Joe George,
we
bro.
just went radio host to be named later.
Okay.
Nice. Nice.
And
like
cash considerations, because everyone's wanting more of that around here.
Right.
So
yes.
Cash
Yeah.
considerations.
Cash rules, as we know. Our thanks to Joe George joining us on the guest hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One call. That's all. Lots still to get to as we look ahead to the weekend and all the fun things that go along with that. What's your name, Thomas Carl? He's Tommy. Boom, 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 boom.
I'll be honest. I used the generic one there. I was not ready.
Oh, we know. Thanks, Tommy. I wouldn't want to play Rebecca Black or anything. Heaven forbid. I make it Friday out here.
I'm off my game right now. I don't
Seriously,
know what.
Cut Mitch off early.
I was kicking in the front seat, sitting in the back seat.
It's embarrassing.
Gotta make my mind up. Which seat can I take? It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Oh. Everybody's looking forward to the week. All right.
Why do we need the bump music when we have Mitch Thunder Nellis on the Mason Crosby show? I mean,
thank you, Mason. Thank you. Mitch Nellis, a.k.a. Thunder, Mason Crosby. Tommy Wirtz here as well. Mason, Tommy just let me know that the UWM Panthers are beating the number 4 ranked Auburn Tigers 10-0 right now in their opening college baseball World Series matchup. And I you played college football, which is a major college sport. And in some parts of the country, college baseball is a major sport. In Wisconsin, it's not. In SEC world, it certainly is. We've got the college baseball World Series going on. We've got the women's college softball World Series. Do you watch if we throw out football and we throw out basketball, and again, like in our parts of the country, like men's hockey and women's hockey are kind of in that. But what is that college sport that you get into that's kind of like maybe not the run of the mill, not the everyday one?
I like that. I got one off the rip for you.
You got one off the rip, Thomas?
Off the rip. Big Ten college wrestling is elite.
Oh,
I mean,
you like wrestling?
Elite sport to watch.
Now, would Big 12 also,
they're
like
good.
Oklahoma State, they're good too?
They're good. Well, Oklahoma SEC now, and I don't think the SEC has wrestling, by the way. Soft conference.
SAWFT, soft.
And the Penn State's wrestling program is probably the most dominant program in the entire country right now. If you're not familiar, they haven't lost a meet or like a match in 5+ years or something. They just broke the record for most consecutive wins in a row. They've won 16 of the last 17 national championships. They got gold medalists up the wazoo over there too. Like the Big Ten wrestling is awesome.
And they have the beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar.
Well, he went to Minnesota, but
right,
Big
I know,
Ten wrestler,
but that's Big Ten wrestling.
Yeah.
Big Ten wrestler, Brock Lesnar.
Cool. Yeah, but
that was a connection.
If we're going with a college athletic sport that you should be watching, I do agree baseball doesn't get enough love, and I think that ESPN has been leaning into college baseball a lot more recently.
And softball.
I enjoy watching the college softball. This college softball World Series.
Well, and all the drama with Texas Tech going on.
We're watching
right
Texas
now,
Tech. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Mia Williams got hit on her first plate appearance yesterday too, and then the next hitter went yard after.
Gunning for
well, and they run ruled whoever they played. They won 8-0. They're playing Tennessee next, which is going to be a great battle. I'm excited for that one. Obviously, I'm a Tennessee guy. I married into a Knoxville, Tennessee family, so I'm all in for Tennessee. I mean, I'm softball, but that's also kind of low hanging fruit for me because I coach softball. Like,
you know, low hanging fruit for me. I'm watching college golf. The women's match play national. I think it was national championship. Stanford just won, and
Stanford wins everything.
Yeah, I think TJ Lang, our buddy TJ Lang, was rooting because Eastern Michigan was in that and looking to maybe try to win the deal. And I love why they do unique events for some of the college, like it's match play and the team stuff. Like I love whenever it's not just the straight shot, single shot stroke play, and they actually I love match play in golf. So that's why I love watching some of these college golf events. Vandy down here outside, in Nashville has a great program. And yeah, so I watched that. Honestly, what's surprising, y'all are going to be surprised about this. I don't watch a lot of college soccer. Like I don't
men's or women's.
I don't find myself sitting and watching many of those games because I'll sit and watch professional. I'll watch Premier League, and I'll be watching every World Cup game I can sit and watch. But for some reason, I just don't sit and watch college soccer.
Was it last year we were on the radio when Vermont won it all for college?
Exactly.
That was like a crazy story in sports where Vermont won the national championship in soccer. I would have felt like you'd have been all over that. They were all wearing
who'd they beat? Did they beat Duke or
some ranked,
was it Stanford
like
too? Like
super good college sports program that's always in the top for everything. Yeah, but it was Vermont when they won it. They were all wearing the goofy scarves that soccer players wear and stuff too. Like, so I would have thought you'd been all over that
scarf.
Just saying.
414-677-1250 is the Nicolay Law Talk and text line. The non-major college sport that you're watching, it's now 10-3 UWM over Auburn. We're going to keep our eye on that. Tommy in Dallas, who probably is like breathing the same air I am. Tommy, where are you? I'm in Dallas. You're in Dallas. Let's go. I'm at Natty Oaks. He says women's college volleyball simply for the athleticism. And that's another sport that has exploded right in popularity over the last 5 years, maybe 10 years. And I think Wisconsin being a perennial top 10, top 5 program has also helped that.
Are they playing in Wrigley this upcoming year? Is that Nebraska volleyball or is that Wisconsin volleyball?
Or is it American Family Field, or are they playing in Fiserv Forum again?
No, there's a Wrigley. There's a Wrigley volleyball coming to this next week. It's a Big Ten SEC crossover. I'm looking right now. Nebraska taking on Missouri and Penn State on Kentucky. Okay, so it's Nebraska.
Okay.
Hey, if you want to go Penn State, that's Ravel Martin's daughter plays for Penn State.
Oh, really?
She's one of the best volleyball players in the country.
So
she came from.
Does she also play
from
guitar?
Florida.
Does she also play guitar?
I don't know.
Like Ravel did. I don't know.
Did Ravel play guitar?
Aaron Rodgers used to make a big deal about the fact that Ravel taught him how to play guitar.
Yeah, no, I talk to Ravel every once in a while, and his daughter was at Florida, and I think got NIL dollars to go and transfer up to Penn State. So
what about Amon?
Is she friends with the girl who left the softball team too? Like just leaving Florida, just it's cool.
It seems
now.
like Florida might be a mess. Yeah, like the university, they're not keeping anybody around there.
What about Amon Green style esports at the college level? You guys are too old to watch people play video games, right?
I would never sit and watch somebody play a video game.
No,
I would sit, Tommy. I would sit and watch you watch someone else play a video game just because I like watching you.
Okay,
and that's not creepy at all,
right?
But that's what I would do. I would
Tommy,
just watch you, Tommy.
You would sit and watch somebody play a video game.
I've done it before. I don't do it regularly, but I remember when. So I have a screenshot somewhere on my phone. I was watching Ninja live when he was like, I'm about to play with Drake. When Ninja and Drake were going to play Fortnite together. Yeah. And I was the first like on that tweet because I was like refreshing, waiting till that tweet was going out. And then I hit it.
Did you get a prize for that?
No, I don't think so. But I was the first like on it. So I like to think. But, I mean, when Fortnite was at its peak, I probably would watch it. Call of Duty back in the day. When you watch people play Madden, it is a completely different game than when you play it with your friends. Like, it's all about what the like animations are in the game and forcing animations to happen to other people and, like, just breaking defenses. So it's a cheesier is like the way you would call it. If you're like, oh, you're cheesing right now. You're just like taking advantage of the game as opposed to I am better than you at the game.
Yeah. See, I don't like that.
Yeah. I know. You wouldn't get down with that. But no. I mean, people watch people play. Does Nolan watch people play FIFA or anything like that?
He's not. No, like, we'll sit down. Like, again, if I'm sitting and we're playing like 1v1, like, sitting next to each other like Nolan, and maybe my brother's in town, it's like I don't even like watching them play their match. Like, I'm just like, I'll go do something else real quick while y'all play. I'm like, and but hanging out and chilling, I'm just not going to sit and watch somebody else on a screen playing on another screen against people somewhere else. Like, that just, for me, that just isn't something that sounds enjoyable. I get some of the, some of how it works, and the excitement, but it just isn't something.
Are you guys familiar with Rocket League, the video game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So I don't know if you guys have ever tried to play it, but if you try to play it, You're like, oh, like, and then you watch someone who's good at it, and you're thinking, this is impressive.
It's a different universe.
Yeah, you are.
It's a different universe.
It is talent at that
There
way.
is talent. Yeah, I'm not denying that.
Yeah.
It's just not something I'm watching.
Just not something you're interested in.
Like I'm not going to my accountant's office and watching them crunch numbers. They're way better at it than I am, but I'm not watching them spreadsheet like all day.
Oh,
okay. On a Saturday morning though, or a Sunday morning, like tell me you haven't gotten up and just are like, I can't sleep, and like turned on like a bass fishing tournament. You crushed that?
No.
Oh, I'm
Gummy
not
Bears.
watching that.
Gummy Bears is on.
I love watching bass
Gummy
fishing,
Bears,
man. Like,
there's no way.
Are you kidding me?
No, I would much rather watch someone play a video game than watch someone fish.
No, it's awesome because they're showing them catch everything, and these guys.
I'm catching up on SmackDown.
I'm
catching up on SmackDown from Friday night.
Well, that's not even a sport. So I mean, now we're talking about
SmackDown's on right now. They're in Italy right now. I should be. I don't know why I'm on the radio with you, yokels.
Seriously.
I should be watching SmackDown right now.
Yokels, good save on that one. Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, I was gonna say, not safe for work. I am at Natty Oaks, where Oaks Fest is going on right now. Absolute blast, live music tonight and all weekend long. They've got I'm looking at them right now. Signed Jordan Love, signed Jacob Mizrowski, signed Taylor Swift, signed Pat Murphy. All sorts of cool stuff for the raffle and silent auction items. It's going to be a blast all weekend long. So get out here to Oaks Fest at Natty Oaks in West Allis. And when we come back, Mason's going to tell us what he's doing this weekend.
I don't even know. It's a low-key weekend.
Just driving the kids around.
Just taking
wherever
care of
they
the
tell
kids.
you to go.
We're always trying to figure out what to do with them on a daily basis. Like I said, I got a round of golf in this morning with three of the kids. We just snuck out and we flew around. Wake Forest just hit a solo shot home run to tie the game up against Kentucky. That was pretty awesome.
Oh, well, you throw the records out when Wake and KY get together.
Exactly.
He's Mason Crosby. He's Tommy Wirtz. I'm Mitch Nellis, a.k.a. Thunder. This is the Mason Crosby Show.
KY.
Yeah.
What's on Mason Crosby's mind today?
Now I'm thinking.
It's time for Extra Points, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Nellis.
Tell me what's on your mind.
On the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Well, this is awkward because the kicker just got here.
This is Mason Crosby, and I got so much on my mind. Why don't these kids go to school anymore?
Dude, Nolan just came running in, and he said there was water coming through his bathroom light fixture. Which I don't know what. I'm not sure how that's happening. So
this is what happens
you're having
when he
work.
cooks. Yeah,
you're having work done on the house. So.
I'm so excited. Yeah, I don't know what in the world could be going on right now.
Some breaking news in the world of the NBA. Sean Sweeney, who played point guard at UW Green Bay in the early 2000s and was on the Bucks staff for 4 years, I believe under Jason Kidd, is the associate head coach of the Spurs, just got named the head coach of the Magic. He is going to stay on the Spurs bench at least for Game 7 before taking his new job. So just point of interest.
Very nice. Very nice.
Just sharing information.
I know what I'm doing the rest of this weekend is trying to figure out where the water leak is and dealing with that.
Like what?
I've never seen anything like
on?
it. Yeah. I don't know.
Did you see it?
Yeah, it's literally coming through where the light fixture attaches to the ceiling, and it's not like
what's above his room.
Could it be the rooftop pool you guys have?
Oh, shut up.
The infinity pool.
No, we've already dealt with the leaks in the pool. Yeah.
Okay. That was too easy. I'm sorry.
I have no clue what's where it could be coming from. So I'm trying to figure that out. I thought it was maybe the laundry room because his room's down in the basement. So everything's
all right.
So
it could be any pipe.
Yeah. Could be anything.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely anything.
Good luck with that, bro. Any sporting, anything going on this weekend?
No, low-key weekend, now that it's summer, Nolan's doing his soccer tryouts for the fall. So that one more round of that this evening. But we're dodging rainstorms. I mean, it just storms just keep popping up all over the place. But I was hoping to go boating, but I don't know if that's going to even happen. So I know.
Yeah,
it looks really nice up there in Wisconsin, though. I mean, I've been looking at the weather. I'm pumped to get up there here in a week and a half.
We're getting the security deposit back tomorrow, boys.
Good luck. Good luck with that. Are you full amount?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I figured if it's
you clean the baseboards.
I figured if I get 1,000 of the 1,200 back, I'll be cool with that.
Yeah, you should get the whole thing back. 83 today in southeastern Wisconsin, 67 tomorrow, 71 and sunny, but sunny throughout the entire weekend. It's going to be absolutely beautiful this weekend. So everybody get outside, everybody do the things. We all know that Sunday, I mean, we're going to be watching the Brewers game tonight. We're going to be watching tomorrow. But Sunday has become absolutely appointment viewing. When Miz is on the mound, you throw like any other plans out the window. You lock the doors. And everybody's sitting on the couch watching Miz, right, Mace?
Yeah, over under speed of his first pitch. What do we think?
101.7.
I think he's going
101.4.
Let's go 100.5. I think is like a good 100.5. You go over on that first pitch. All right,
nicely done. Nicely done. Well, thanks to everybody out here. Natty Oaks. Sparky is here next from 2 to 5. So come on out here, everybody. Check out Sparky. Get out here this weekend. There's food. There's music. There's all the fun stuff here at Natty Oaks. I'm Mitch Nellis. He's Tommy Wirtz. He's Mason Crosby. Hey, guys, have a great weekend. We'll do it again on Monday. This has been the Mason Crosby Show.
Later.
I was